Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is straight out of Boston, Eric, the King of Boston. Today we're back for episode 22 of the Red Sox franchise. Here in MLB 14 the show, you can see the postseason bracket right there. Now we do have some accolades that our players achieved. Shane Victorino led the league in triples. He was the MLB leader. Dustin Pedroia and Xander Bogaerts, surprisingly, got the gold glove at their respective positions, second base and shortstop. Also, Ryan LaVarnway got it, but hey, I don't know why it didn't show up. Maybe it's because he was in Pawtucket. I have no idea. But Dustin Pedroia also won the Silver Slugger Award for second base, and I believe that was it. So, one edit to our postseason roster from our 25-man roster, because we're going to use a 4-man rotation, which pretty much everyone does, if not a 3-man rotation in the postseason. We're going to remove our 5th starter, Anthony Ronaldo, and add Mookie Betts to the postseason roster to give us an extra bat off the bench, a versatile fielder, and a guy who can maybe come in and pinch run, you know, Gordon's already been used or something like that. So overall, adds to our team a little bit. So we're going to get to simulating to the first elimination game, which is what we always do in the divisional series. In the championship and or World Series, I always play the first game, then simulate up to the elimination games, but because it's only a 5-game set, we're just going to go straight to the elimination game. So it's a 1-1 series, and we take Game 3, a very big Game 3. So Game 4 is going to be at Kansas City, Henry Owens versus James Shields. Kansas City's backs against the wall in their first playoff appearance since 1986, I believe. That would make 20 or 19 years? No, 29 years. What am I saying? I can't do math because this is 2015. So we are here at Kauffman Stadium for Game 4 of the ALDS here. The Red Sox have a 2-1 series lead, looking to close it out and move on to the ALCS, where the Detroit Tigers await after they swept the Seattle Mariners in the ALDS, in their own ALDS. So take a look at the Red Sox lineup today. Pretty standard for the most part. Ticini and Sweetheart rounding it out. The young guys, we got the big whoppers in the middle and the 2 guys up top. Shields on the hill. You can take a look at his regular season numbers. He pitched Game 1 of this series. It was a Royals victory. So we're going to get things started here in the top of the first inning. 1 out, second batter of the game. Shane Victorino up. He lines it into center field. That will fall in front of Lorenzo Cain out there, I believe. And that will be a base hit for Shane Victorino. So 1 man on and 1 man out here for the next batter, or actually it's 2 batters later, so 2 men out for Giancarlo Stanton, who lines it himself to center field, and that will drop. Center fielder was playing fairly deep because of Stanton's power. Victorino gets to third there. Maybe not a great decision with 2 men out, but he gets in there safely, so it will not matter. Next batter is David Ortiz, 1-1 the count. Hanging curveball driven to deep right center field. That ball is gonna one-hop up off against the wall. Stanton will round third. He's being waved home, and the throw will be cut off. And it's a 2-run double for Big Papi David Ortiz as he puts the Red Sox on top 2-0. Next batter is Michael Kadire, 2-2 the count. He strikes out looking on that high cheese right there from James Shields, but 2 runs come home, and it's 2-0 Red Sox here after a half inning of play. Take a look at the Royals lineup. Pretty standard lineup for them. No really new players from real life, but Henry Owens getting the mound, or getting the ball here in Game 4. My philosophy with the rotations here is I usually don't like to go guys on 3 days rest, which Lester could have gone today. But especially with the 2-1 series lead, you want to save Lester for either a fully rested Game 5 or you can pitch Game 1 of the ALCS. So we're going to rely on Owens, our young guy, to try and get the job done. He gets a 3-6-1 double play there in the first. Now top of the second, Napoli up. He lines it down the left field line, but no, it's stopped by Moustakas. Throw to first in time. A beautiful play by Mike Moustakas, a great defensive third baseman, showing off his glove right there. Now we're going to skip at top of the third. Leadoff batter is Dustin Pedroia, 2-2 the count. And Pedroia lines it back up the middle for a base hit. So top of the lineup, struck for 2 runs in the top of the first. They'll look to do the same here in the top of the third with Pedroia getting on to get things started. Victorino up now, already with a base hit today. He takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Pedroia is into second with the stolen base. Salvador Perez, a great defensive catcher, could do nothing there after a great jump by Dustin Pedroia. So 2 batters later, Pedroia on third now and 2 away. Stanton down the left field line for a base hit. This time Moustakas can't get it. Pedroia rounds third, or actually he was already out there. He will come home and score. And it's an RBI single for Giancarlo Stanton, his second hit of the ball game. Next batter is David Ortiz, already with an RBI double today. 2 out, first pitch. He goes the opposite way this time, left center field, and that's going to fall. 1 hopping up against the wall once again, and Stanton once again rounding third. A mirror image of the last RBI double, and Ortiz is actually going to get caught up here. Thought I could go to third there, but forgot David Ortiz has 0 speed and like 0 base running ability in this game, so he gets thrown out at second. But it's an RBI double for David Ortiz, and the Red Sox are up 4-0. Bottom of the third here, Henry Owens still on the mound. He was getting things done. Nice play by Bogaerts to first, showing off the range right there, showing off why he won the Gold Glove. And Owens had faced the minimum here through 3. He did give up that 1 hit in the first, but he turned a double play. So 9 up, 9 down so far for Henry Owens. Michael Kadire up. He gets a base hit back up the middle, and the Red Sox continue to hit James Shields around right here. This time the bottom of the lineup looking to get into the action. Mike Napoli up, 1-2 the count, and Napoli lines it to center field. That's been a common spot for the Sox today. This one gets past Lorenzo Cain. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Runners running wild here. Here comes one run. Aoki over to play it. Napoli rounding third. He's not stopping. The throw home. Not in time. And inside the park home run. Wow, what a play. Mike Napoli, not the fleetest of foot. And he comes home on an inside the park 2-run homer. Bad play by Lorenzo Cain right there. And if you watch my Road to the Show video today, you'll see a very similar play. But they'll show you on the replay, just like in the Road to the Show video, you're going to see it in just a moment. But it was a slight hesitation by the cutoff man, as before we get to that, manager, I don't even think that's Ned Yost, but he's going to pull his starter. James Shields is done. A short outing for Big Game James, who allows a lot of runs in big games, if you guys haven't noticed. Edison Volquez will come in and try to eat up some innings for the Royals here, but take a look. Oh, Omar Infante takes about 2 steps in, then plants himself and throws before he gets the throw into home, and that hesitation led to Napoli being safe at home. So Aoki up here, and you can see Stanton actually dive, or that was Kadire, excuse me, dives, tried to cut it off to a single. Figured if Stanton took a wide route to that ball, it was going to be a double anyway. So I just figured I'd dive and try to hold him to a single. Did not work, so it's a leadoff double for Norichi Aoki. Next batter is Alcides Escobar. Low curveball, and Napoli can't get a glove on it, right under the glove of the first baseman, Mike Napoli. A bad play right there. So now first and third with no one out for Billy Baller. The 1-0 count. Owens kicks and deals. He will fly this one to left field. Kadire back. He's going to make the play. Runner will tag up and score. Kadire gets it into the cutoff man. And it's now a 6-1 ball game. Owens allows the first run of the game for the Boston Red Sox. Next batter is Salvador Perez, or 2 batters later with 2 out. Grounded to shortstop. Pedroia fields it, throw to first in time, and that will retire the side. So Owens allows his first run of the game, but still holds a 5-run lead. 6-1 Boston here. Top of the 5th, man on second, 1-2 the count. And Giancarlo Stanton, the guy who I seem to be striking out a ton with lately, ends up striking out right there in a pitch in the dirt. So nice pitch by Edison Volquez. And we're going to skip to the bottom of the 5th now. Omar Infante up, a guy who does not strike out a lot, but he strikes out there looking on a changeup. Omar Infante does not strike out looking very often. He's a low walk, low strikeout guy, and he ends up striking out though on the changeup looking. But Cecchini also goes down, so pitchers settling in here a little bit. Owens has been solid all game, and Volquez is providing some nice innings of relief here for the Royals. But we're done after 6, and it's still 6-1, so exchanging outs here is not going to work for the Royals. They have to get something going on offense. Henry Owens has only allowed 2 hits so far today. First pitch of the at-bat to Eric Osmer. That was a hanging curveball left over the plate. Figured I could get one by Osmer for a first pitch strike, but he was all over it. Base hit back up the middle, just the 3rd into the game for the Royals. But next batter is going to be Salvador Perez, 1 out in the inning. Perez just past the glove of Bogaerts, gets it into left field, and it's now 2-on with just 1 man out here for the Royals, trying to get a rally going and get back in this ballgame. So the next batter is going to be Mike Moustakas, the first pitch of the AB. Another hanging curveball that I tried to sneak by Moustakas, but this one is gone. A 3-run home run, and the Royals are right back in it. And that was not Mike Moustakas, that was Alex Gordon. How foolish of me. Anyway, Alex Gordon with a 3-run job right there, and the Royals are right back in it. They cut the lead to 2. 6-4 is the score. Alex Gordon, one of the best left fielders in baseball, getting the job done for the Kansas City Royals right there, as they are right back in it. Owens was dominant up until this inning, only allowing 2 hits and that 1 earned run, but running into some trouble here. Omar Infante up though, again 2-2 count, and again he strikes out looking. Omar Infante having a rough day at the plate. So 2 away now. Next batter is Lorenzo Cain, the 2-1 count. The pitch, and it will be a bunt attempt by Cain. Probably not a great decision there. Owens fires to first in time, and that would do it for Henry Owens. He'd be pulled after 7. He gives them 7 strong innings, really 6 strong innings, and then 1 bad inning. But Wade Davis will come on, one of the best relievers in baseball in real life, having a rough playoffs with a 54 ERA. He allowed a few runs in a third. I think he allowed 2 runs in a third of an inning, and earlier in the series. So Bogaerts gets things started with a leadoff base hit right there. That's going to give us a base runner. Next batter, Giancarlo Stanton, and Stanton ends up taking a knuckle curve right there. Looked like a ball, but Stanton takes for strike 3, so 1 man out. Now 0-1 count to David Ortiz. He lines it into right field for a base hit. That will be played by Aoki, but it's now going to be 2 men on with 1 man out for the next batter, Michael Kadire. And the 3-1 count to Kadire. He takes the fastball, ball 4, so the first walk of the inning for Wade Davis, but it would not be his last. 3-0 count to Mike Napoli, and I did not mean for the runners to go there, but it does not matter. Ball 4, and a run comes home. So the 2nd straight walk allowed by Wade Davis, and that's going to do it for Davis. Tim Collins will come in now, who has only appeared in 2/3 of an inning so far in this postseason. He's going to come on and try to get, he was going to try and get our lefty Cecchini out, but I'm going to pinch hit with Casey McGee to try to get a lefty-righty matchup here. And now Collins has fallen behind 3-0. The pitch, ball 4. So the third straight walk issued by Royals pitching, and 2 runs have come home now. Next batter is Blake Sweetheart. This time it's a 2-2 count. No walk here, but it's a hanging curveball driven into left field for a base hit. 1 run has scored. Another one coming around. Gordon the throw, and it's in time. Mike Napoli is dead at the plate right there. He is not a fast player, but nice throw by Gordon. So another one comes home. 9-4 is the score, and then beautiful backdoor curveball right there by Tim Collins to get Dustin Midoriya. So we're going to turn it over to Andrew Miller here to start things out in the 8th inning. He would get through a couple batters, and we're going to eventually go over to Koji Uehara to try and get a righty out here. I believe Miller faced 2 batters, allowed 1 to get on base. Then we had 2 righties coming up. Uehara got the first guy. Next one's Billy Butler. He grounds it to the second baseman. Nice ranging play by Pedroia on to first in time. And we're on to the 9th. Royals down to their final 3 outs of their season. Glenn Perkins will come in now. 40 saves on the season. His first appearance in this series. 2 out, 0-1 count to Omar Infante. Infante grounds it. Pedroia gloves on to Napoli in time, and the Boston Red Sox are moving on to the ALCS. They defeat the Kansas City Royals 4-1, or in a series score of 3-1. Game 4 goes 9-4, and the Red Sox are moving on. Remember, they lost the ALDS in 4 games last year. This time they win it in just as many games, and they'll be taking on the Detroit Tigers in what will be a rematch of the 2013 ALCS. So it should be a good series, but that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you did enjoy, and just out. Peace.